You're asleep. Your phone is sitting quietly on your nightstand, completely untouched. All your apps are closed and the screen is off. But right now, it is quietly working, transmitting small packets of your information up to the cloud. It creates a strange paradox. A device that is entirely idle, performing no immediate function for the user, is actively draining the user's monthly cellular data plan. This quiet, constant drain caught the attention of Joseph Taylor, Mick Cleary, and Jennifer Nelson. These three consumers noticed the unauthorized siphoning of their data and decided to take legal action. They discovered that the Android operating system was engineered to continually transmit telemetry, precise location coordinates, and hardware identifiers, the primary data points used to build the behavioral profiles that drive targeted advertising. By maintaining this background connection, the manufacturer effectively uses the consumer's own data plan to power its data collection infrastructure. In software engineering, this is known as a passive transfer. Active transfers happen when you intentionally download a file or open a web page. Passive transfers happen autonomously in the background, executing operations without requiring any input or awareness from you. The litigation focused on a specific engineering choice, programming these transfers to trigger over cellular networks immediately, rather than delaying them until the device connected to a free Wi-Fi signal. For anyone operating on a metered or capped cellular data plan, this routing choice had a direct financial consequence. Every megabyte transmitted in the background consumed data the user had explicitly paid their carrier to use. When a device manufacturer utilizes the customer's paid bandwidth to support its own data pipeline, the consumer ends up subsidizing the company's infrastructure costs. To manage how and when our devices communicate, we naturally rely on user interface privacy settings. Many users identified the drain, navigated to system menus, found the Allow Background Data Usage toggle, and switched it off, expecting background transmissions to stop. According to the lawsuit, they didn't stop. Core operating system services were hard-coded to bypass this specific user preference, ensuring the data continued to flow regardless of the toggle's position. Consumer privacy settings lose all their utility if the underlying operating system architecture is designed to legally ignore them. To quantify how much harm that architecture caused, we must look at a simple economic formula: the total volume of data transferred silently in the background, multiplied by the average cost mobile carriers charge per megabyte. Multiplying volume and cost equals $300 million of data siphoned yearly. California's 14 million users received $350 million. The federal action for 100 million users settled for $135 million. After fees, the payout drops to between 85 cents and $1.50. After years of silent, unauthorized data consumption, the average affected user will receive roughly $1 in return. It illustrates a structural paradox of modern class action lawsuits. A 9-figure settlement creates a massive financial deterrent for the corporation, while yielding a mathematically negligible return for the actual victims. The settlement's primary impact shifts away from the dollar amount and toward a set of mandated changes called injunctive relief. As part of the settlement, the court order forces a complete redesign of the setup architecture for all future devices in the Android ecosystem. Rather than burying data policies in a massive terms of service agreement, the new device activation process will feature an explicit affirmative consent screen. It prevents any passive cellular data collection until the user clicks a prominent Accept button, granting explicit permission. By legally forcing a permanent architectural change on a global software ecosystem, the settlement stops the passive data drain at the source, offering consumers highly effective long-term protection. If you want to claim your portion of that financial penalty, you need to search your spam folder for an email titled Class Action Notice of Settlement. Inside that email is a unique notice ID and confirmation code. You must use those codes to log in to the official settlement portal before May 9, 2026, where you can select a digital payment method like PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. If you ignore the email, administrators will attempt to mail a physical check to your last known address. If that delivery fails, your portion will be redistributed to other users or donated to an approved charity. Data collection is incredibly easy to overlook because it happens silently, but the resolution of this case proves that your personal digital privacy is a highly liquid economic asset, one that corporations will eagerly monetize if left unchecked.